How do you feel about contact?
I'm fine.
Physical
Yeah,
contact?
yeah.
You okay? Okay, cool. So we'll do that, and we'll wash and sanitize after, and not touch our faces with other people's sweat. Okay, so,
I'm not sure of that.
okay, cool. So, what's a good one that would be new for you? Last time you were working on, let's do playing guitar. That's what we're working on today.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, playing guitar. Playing guitar is an interesting one, but it can be dangerous because it is working on the elbow joint. So the scenario for it is, do you remember these at all?
Yeah, vaguely, yes.
Okay, cool. So so the scenario would be, do you mind seeing my oogie for a
Oh,
second?
yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, and there's a word called oogie, which is just the guy who attacks. It's like the guy doing the attack so I can do the move. So if you say like, will you be the oogie, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
It's just a funny, it may be Japanese, I can't remember where the word even came from. Yeah, right punch for this one. So if we're playing guitar, it's like we're already in this move, and he does a slow committed right punch. I'm gonna come back and open, becoming, and then I'm gonna close. No, it went to the right distance.
Okay.
You didn't need an extra step.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna close like this on the elbow and on the wrist. Just like, it's just a little pop, and yeah, very good, sir. And show me clip one more time. Boom. So yeah, so when I see him start his punch, I'm gonna shift back out of range. I have to wait for it to come in, yeah, and then I'm gonna come back and hit it. So, yeah. Things to think about. Safety first. So as the person punching, you want to not let your arm straighten all the way. You know that, right? You've heard that before, maybe? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep a little bend in the elbow all the time. So it's to protect it in case it gets popped, at least it's not already locked out.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah. So when we're punching, as he did, there's gonna be a little bend in the elbow at its furthest extension. Yep, there you go. Okay, there, I can carefully give it just a pop, right? It didn't hurt, right?
Mhm.
Cool. So we wanna practice to not just push on it, because the move would be fast, right? So we're practicing it slow. We'll do it fast. Start slow. Sorry, I'm talking all out of order, but start slow, but eventually you'll wanna get at least a little bit of a pop. So when you're doing it, I'm saying things out of order again. So when you're doing it, the first thing is calculate just how deep you think he's gonna punch, because it can go different depths. I went too far. Right? You wanna be far enough that you don't get hit, but also in range for the strike. That was the right distance. Making sense so far? Enough to try?
Yeah, just tell me, is it the, let me just see.
You wanna see it from the side?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the difference, some of the moves are exactly the same as the application. The main difference here is, instead of stepping up halfway, I'm gonna probably step back a little bit to not get hit. Does that make sense? So, yeah, so if you're there, if you're in your brush and you push, and I do a shallow punch, then you don't have to go back that far. You might even have to come forward, right? But if I do a deep punch, are you ready? Yeah, so I'm gonna go faster, but I'm gonna go deeper. If I do a deep punch, yeah, then you'll have to go back. Yeah, see, you felt the need to get back. Yeah.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
At what point, so I think you're in a fast situation, that's over, that's too far, or I can actually have as far as the.
Well, this will come back to the move. That's a great question. So in the move, remember one of my main, or one common mistake was to tilt back as you go back? So if you need to go back farther, it would go back like this, right? It's not gonna go from the top. Does that make sense? Yeah? Is that what you were asking, or did I?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, or did try it a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, try. How about, why don't you do the oogie part first?
Okay.
Thank you. I'll be here too. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's it. Try a few, let's try the punch. Punch a little farther. So then the change will be, you'll have to step back. Yeah. Yep, good, yeah. And then. Sorry. There you go, good. we've been streaming since the day COVID hit. We started streaming.
Okay.
And,
I didn't know it was live. You
yeah.
said that he edits it and posts it.
Yeah, but it goes live.
It's live first,
Mhm.
okay, cool.
Yeah, and I can see how many people are. I don't know who's watching, but I can see how many people are watching. Yeah. Good.
It's okay. I'm trying to. Feels so weird.
Oh.
I don't know.
One adjustment. Yeah, try it again. I'll show you. Switch the hands.
Oh.
There it is. Yeah. Okay, team. Good. Okay, questions so far?
No.
Cool. So here's the next step for both of you. It's to get, what will often happen is the punch is coming in and we'll want to go right for it. So it's counterintuitive, but when the punch comes in, open when you go back. So I have this, I think it was like a door swinging open and then swinging shut. And
Is
this
that so you can get more force behind it, or?
it is, yeah, it is. And it's also this, there's one element of movement in Tai Chi is just the opening and closing of the chest. We'll talk about this as we kind of get more into the important points and things like that. But there's a hinge in the chest right around the sternum, and that is 1 degree of power of this move, right? So part of it's to get the distance to actually come in with power. And the other thing is to let the body hinge open and close. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Cool. And then when learning it very slowly, it'll feel like this for a while, like, yeah, I would have gotten hit, but, and then when you do it quickly, it's like, it's quick, but it still has a tension, release, down. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, try it a little, switch again, and then do just like, 10 or so, no rush, take your time to get the open and close. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm good with the touch.
There you go.
See, but I feel like when you open up wider, it's harder to like actually step back, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it's just my coordination being poor, because it is.
It might just be getting used to it. See if you can, see if you can maybe combine in your mind or in your body, pushing off and opening, and then putting that heel down and closing. So give it a little upper body, lower body, doing things together. Does that make sense? Is something to try?
That.
Yeah, there you go. And it'll feel, so it's, it'll feel off balance for that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just practice. Yeah, much better. So I don't know if that felt different to you, but that was clear and connected. Yeah. Two more. And switch.
Try to punch it a little closer.
Yeah, good depth punch. Good, clear, open and close, Mr. Barrett. Yep. Four more. I'm gonna be a stickler because I can't see in your sleeve, but just make sure you have a little bit. I just can't see in the
Okay.
sleeve.
I'm trying to make sure not
But
to
yeah,
make contact.
it's good, yeah.
Yeah, this is actually a really easy one to do without making a lot of contact, or at least practicing.
Yeah. There you go, good. One more. Cool, okay, release. Any questions?
I'm good.
Cool. Yeah, so we in applications, we say it's like dual responsibility, like it's your responsibility to protect your own elbow and to not hurt your partner, right? So as long as we're looking at it both ways, the odds go way down of anyone getting hurt, right? You don't want to hurt your partners because then you don't get to train with them anymore. Any questions about it? Cool. We're out of time, but let's do this. Let's do just the move a few more times. So I like to, after working with another person, I like to go and then take it, just do the form and imagine the opponent and see how it fits into your form. Because it won't be exactly the same, right? So you can imagine from here, you're coming forward already, and then it's a little shallow punch, and then you tap. Two more times. Or just one more, actually. Okay. Imagine the opponent, feel the arm there, and the elbow. Begin. Yeah, can you tell that your hands knew where to go just from the application? Yeah, so good for the form. All right, good work. Let's line up and do our life skill. Focused mind, the leopard. The path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacle. Path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacles. Path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacles. Senior Head Instructor. Thank you, sir. About to advance and beginner students. Black Sash training dismissed. Good job. Yeah.